Hello everyone, it is me, MrSneakyy, and we've got a back-to-back breaking through event with all 100%, so stay tuned for some nice gameplay footage and alliance teamwork. Hello, smash a like, comment and subscribe if you love Call of Dragons content, and I do give you guys all of that content every single day, only at the moment, so show some support. So we, at the moment, are going through the Breaking Through event. So this is the Escort the Caravan event. So if you've never done it, we're going to go through basically a nice little guide in the first section, because this is how you're going to fight it for the first time. So on tier 1, it is really easy to do. It doesn't take too much, but the premise of the whole event is basically you want to get this caravan and you will summon it at either one of your alliance members of, well, an alliance officer's air like city, or you can put it into even a fortress or a flag. You can choose where you want to start from depending if you're an officer, but once you've selected it, it will then pick its own end zone and then it'll run that path. But obviously if you select the same flag again for the second and third run, it will run that same course, so you know it's where it's going to be at least the next 2 times. So always try and keep it the same place every single time you do it. So when you're going through the event, what happens is at the very top of the screen, you can see there is a progress bar. And as that progress bar goes forward, you can see these purple daggers that are on each increment. And each increment is a wave of enemies. So each enemy wave does increase in difficulty. You're going to get more troops as well as harder enemies to kill. Obviously, when you go into the later stages of the game, you're going to have to then focus on to the higher tier units, because obviously when this goes into the difficulty stage of tier 2 and tier 3 and even tier 4 and 5 on the Breaking Through event, that's when things start to get a bit difficult. So now when it comes into the actual event, you have different types of units you need to take care of. So at the moment you can see the yellow enemies with the yellow dagger or yellow emblem that are running towards the caravan. And those are your main focuses, guys. Those yellow ones are the elites that will always prioritize attacking the caravan. So you need to make sure you're able to focus them down first. And then the purples are going to always prioritize counter-attacking your troop. So what this means is for you as an individual in the alliance, what you're going to be able to do with positioning, as you can see here, is position your troops in a position where you can intercept units. So that's a very key factor to do this, because if you can intercept those purple units, they're going to be fighting your march and killing themselves while you're going to be focusing down the yellow marchers. So right now is a really good showcase of positioning where you're going to see our alliance start to spread out once this wave comes, and it's going to block, as you can see, this little gap between Raven and the little environment around us, which is going to allow us to then protect our caravan. So it's a very easy event to go over. I hope I've explained it. The reason you want to participate in this event is always to get that special legendary head. For participating, each time you do, you're going to get one legendary hero head token. So get them done, guys. Participate every single time your alliance is setting up these events, because you're going to be needing it for those future investments, especially if you're a free-to-play player. So as you can see now, that is the total inside of the guide. If you guys need to learn anything else with it, maybe smash a comment below, but you can always rewind, and that is the general gist of the Breaking Through event. That's everything you're going to need to know in the basic requirements on how to fulfill and complete the event while the gameplay has been in the background. So we've almost completed the first stage here. What we're going to do is go into a more commentary version on the second route, which is going to give you guys maybe a more, in-depth guide and maybe how I process what I'm thinking and how I'm positioning my troops during this to help my alliance. And then on the third stage, we've got a very special live stream section that is ripped straight from the stream. All those guys that have been in the live streams would appreciate it and love to see themselves on a YouTube clip. So why not do it for all of you guys? And for those that are interested, we do live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that's all the information with the channel that you're going to need. And if you check us out, you can maybe participate in the chat that is going to be in some of these videos in the future. So we're coming to now that final stage. We're clearing out the troops, and if you've noticed, we're wondering what is going on because the caravan hasn't moved. And this is now the final tip and guide that you will need into completing this event. So in order for that caravan to move, you must complete a certain amount or kill the elite or the elite guardians that are coming after it. Why? Because obviously there's still threats on the board. So if you look right up here now, you can see a massive line of enemies starting to beeline it all the way around. And the reason why it has done this is because of the caravan's position. So if you look at the caravan, it's got along that rock face. And because it's got along that nice rock or cliff side where that ramp is now showcased, it has forced a load of these enemies to now spawn above and then having to walk all the way around and get from behind. So that is a really top tip for you guys. If you are going to try and secure a high ranking, you're going to need something like this when you're going forward. So we're going to talk more about the actual positioning and the path of the caravan during the second stage, because that's going to be more in-depth analysis where it makes more sense. And I think for those guys that are looking for it, will be able to go to. So we're going to finish up this last section. As you can see, the last little guys are moving towards us. We've still got a bunch coming forward, but all we've got to do is march up, and once we've marched up, we're going to be able to AoE them down and kill them. If you're looking for any sort of march options, honestly, AoE is king in this event because you're going to have to kill multiple enemies as fast as possible. So mages are really, really good. And you can see in the first two instances, we use a Lilia and Valen combo because that's what we have at our disposal on this account. So obviously we're going to use that. But in the third one, when it's live, you're going to see the Freygar and Craig combo, which is a little bit of extra AoE, but it's more of an archer-focused march. But being able to have Craig with our Freygar in this season is going to give you guys maybe a little showcase, a little teaser of what's to come when you guys do finally get here. So I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Smash a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have. This is MrSneakyy, an official Call of Dragons content creator, live streaming and making Call of Dragons content daily for all of you guys to consume and love. So with all that said, we're going to let the last little bit play out here, which is nice and simple. And then we're going to move on into the in-depth guide of the second stage. So what you can see now, because we've killed, even though there's still some more coming, you can see the progress bar already moving up. So on screen, I'm just showcasing the power of using AoE. Really good for obviously mages to use. But you can see now at the very top that progress bar is starting to move, meaning the caravan is going to the final flag. Even if there's still some enemies to kill, that's fine. As long as there's the large majority are dead, that's what matters. So now we're going to move our troops back and we're going to reset to stage 2. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And now let's go into a more in-depth analysis on stage 2, and then we'll move to stage 3. So now we are going into stage 2, and this is going to be me more commentary on what my march is doing compared to the first one, which is more of a guide on the breaking through event. So as you can see, I'm already positioning myself as up to this circle as possible. But the only problem which you can see that I'm having, which is a bit of an annoying one, is the caravan circle. So one thing that you'll notice that I will be doing a lot with my camera is position it almost so in the top corner now you can kind of see that circular rim hitting off the cliffside. So I'm going to use that as my almost marker to be where I need to be positioned. So you can see I've got it there. I use my mouse to keep, you know, checking where it is. That's the line. That's where we want to be. So we're going to stay as far out, and we can see the next troops coming. And because we're so far out, we can start hoping and killing these guys. And as you can see, my positioning there being key intercepted that unit. And because it intercepted it so far away, he didn't do anything apart from try and hit me, and he died instantly. So a very, very important thing to do right there. So now we are moving forward. So as we are moving forward, we are just creeping again as close to that circle. And this is where now that ridge line is going to start to matter when it comes into the later stage. So if you notice where the caravan currently is positioned, it is very, very close to that rock face, and that is what's going to allow us to take advantage of this event. And this is where we were talking about planning is very key, because if you have got terrain like this, guys, and you're able to summon your, you know, caravan maybe on even Raven there that you can see on screen, it might detour this caravan to go along this cliff face into a different path. That's more advantage for you, because obviously it's going to split up the enemies. It's going to cause them to go in different directions, so it's a lot more easier to deal with compared to all of them surrounding you in one big open field area. So now we're in that position again. We were shown in the first zone, blocking that entry from the castle, because you can see now all of these minions coming straight at us, but we are stopping them and using the intercept with some of our artifacts to obviously deal big AoE damage, and it just gets rid of them nice and easy. And as soon as we've killed our pack, you can see we are moving forward, and that is kind of my mentality. So at the moment, if you've noticed, I am playing at the front, and this is one thing you guys should try and always stick to. So if you're going to play at the back, stick to the back, and if you're going to play at the front, stick to the front, because if your number is in the front or the back, those players are actually working around you and working together to try and kill those units. So if you're flipping either side, it's going to cause, honestly, in the later stages, a lot more problems than it needs. So if you're in the front, stick to the front and only go to the back if an officer, or if you're in voice comms, if it stays. So now we're coming to the last stage, and stage 2, and this is the big green lizards that we get to talk about now in the in-depth stage. And when you see these venomous lizards, guys, you must instantly focus them down. If you do not focus them down, they are the ones that will cripple and deal a ton of damage to the caravan compared to any of the other creatures. Why? They're a more elite version of troop. They also deal big AoE damage as well. So it's just everything you do not want against the caravan. But here is again a nice showcase of that cliff face we were talking about earlier. You can see us now taking advantage of it, which is allowing us to get that 100% in all of these areas. So while we're marching up to get back to the last area where all these guys are flooding down, we're claiming those rewards like always, and we're just moving up with the team, because as soon as we can kill this, we can move on to stage 3 and hopefully get another 100%, which obviously we do here in the video, being a back to back 100% video from TM, being the first on the server to do it. So right here is the last bunch of waves coming. We're getting our artifact ready to do a massive bout of purple damage, which you're about to see drop in a second. Bang, just like that. Love to see it. And we're just finishing up, you know, as nice and easy, nothing too crazy right now, which is really good. So I hope the in-depth stage 2, it was sped up a little bit at 150%, as you can most likely tell compared to this first stage, just because obviously we don't want the video going too long for you guys. But This is stage 2 now, finally coming to the end. You're going to start seeing that progress bar finally start making a push. And that means we're going to go into stage 3, and we're going to allow the live stream footage of TA3 to go, because you're going to see obviously my commentary on it, as well as everyone talking in chat and how we approach it and how hype it was and how fun it was during that stage. So if you've enjoyed it, smash a like, comment, and subscribe to the video. But until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, and enjoy the live stream clip at the end. Let's hit the record button on the video. Let's make sure we don't not record it, because that'd be a bit of a peak statement. So let's go and start focusing this. So the first wave's coming in more on the back compared to the front this time. We've got a large one here. I'm trying to intercept him. Nice, intercept. We need to kill this one, guys. Nice. And then we'll move forward now. Zoom out. Let's have a look where they're going to spawn. Right in front. I'm going to have Shadow Blades to this one, so I'm going to try and save it. So on the next wave, we have our Shadow Blades ready to go, basically. So you notice we're holding them nice and strong. %. 100%. 2 out of what? 6 complete. 4 more, boys. 4 more. Oh, here we go. Alright, we need to kill the lizard. I'm going to try and charge up my Shadow Blades on the lizard and use the Shadow Blades on this pack here on the right, because there's a big bunch of them. We need to kill this lizard first. There we go. Massive AoE on that. %, still. Nicely done, boys. Nicely done. I'm just charging up. We're killing this. Alright, so next wave coming. So if we position again here, this is a really good spot, because this was like where it was almost where it forces them in here and here. So if we get some guys on the right of Raven as well. Yeah, see? Get them on the right. Nicely done. Hi, kitty. We're doing good. We're at 100%. We're smashing it. Right. Focus up. %, boys. It's looking good. It's looking very good indeed. Alright. We're in a good position to intercept a lot of guys here. And we've got our Shadow Blades ready for the next stage, which we're going to need. Oh, do we use it here? No, we keep it. We're keeping it. Hold it. Hold it. Onto the gold marches. Onto the golds. What we are. What we are. I can't click it because there's a thing in front. 100%. One more to go. Come on, boys. You got to kill the lizard. Lizard, 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 lizard. So we're charging up on this. We're going to use our shadow blades to do the rest of the work. There we go. Nice. Big AoE there from us. Go on, AoE, Shadow Games. All the Shadow Games are coming out. I'm tanking the Shaman here, boys. Yep, sweet. 100%. Nice. We've done it. We just got to walk back. Walk back. This is the only thing now. We've got to walk back. We can easy do it, guys. Easy. We've just got to hold off the Horde. The Horde is on its way. Come on. We flying. Good job. Good job holding there. We're at 100%. We're looking good. It's looking like we're snatching it. I love how everyone goes around and my match is like, nah, we just go over. We go over. Here's the big one. Guys, there's so many yellows coming. Oh no, look at them all coming. Oh no. Get them killed. Oh my. Here we go. You ready for this? Oh, the Shadow Games after Shadow Games. Slaughter them in the blender. Blender them, people. Wow. What an actual caravan route. Oh, and this one. We got the lizards. Oh, easy game. Next lizard. We got another lizard coming. What a spot. So with that, we have definitely done this 100%. There we go. Completed. Oh, cancel. We don't do that yet. And just like that, boys, we go and check the rankings. Let's sit back, show what hard teamwork does, and some good positioning. We've got to say that's some sick positioning. Nice, Jacob. Hitting that expertise, Valen. Congrats. Hit like a truck now. And there we are. Victory. We get another Season 2 token. But we are the champions. We are number 1. Bow down. Let's go. Send her home now. Lovely jubbly. Switch to Alliance so we can see stuff again. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Free for free.